Good morning and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. It is semi-final day. It is Hampden Day. But there's a bit of strange news coming about this morning. And it's it's not a strange one. It is another case of Celtic selling a player far too soon. Um, oh, it's magic. O's a player that was brought in, and he didn't fancy staying at Celtic to play second fiddle to Kyogo Furuhashi. Kyogo Furuhashi, who kind of went off the boil in his last year at Celtic, and he wanted away. And he kind of down tools a bit, didn't he, Kyogo? And we've never replaced Kyogo Furuhashi, let's be perfectly honest. But the fact that Tottenham and Manchester United have been told that they'll cost them 34.8 million. 34.8 million to sign O. That's unbelievable. I mean, Celtic did make a bit of profit on O, but nowhere. O was brought to Celtic in the 2003 summer, and towards the end of the Ange Postecoglou era, before leaving in the summer of 2024 for Genk. And it was from there that he was then sold on for. Shows you everything that's been wrong with Celtic, isn't it? I mean, I know that Ange Postecoglou had his favourite with Kyogo, and I know that Brendan Rodgers also seen Kyogo as a frontman. But Celtic fans have been calling out for, you know, and our fans didn't like him. You know, Celtic fans are crazy sometimes, aren't we? I mean, we do want the best for our club, but when you see a player like O now being touted at 34.8 million, it's absolute bonkers. Anyway, that's enough of it's yeah. Luke McCowan's been talking about going back to Hampden, and the last time that we were at Hampden, it wasn't very nice. We got beat by St Mirren. Luke McCowan, does Luke McCowan start today? We're going to do a little team selection, and it might shock you what I'm going to do with the team selection today, because I think that there's one player, and even though I would back him, even though there's still plenty left in the tank, I think on the performances overall, and I know that we don't play as good playing this player also. I also think that we're missing something when we don't play him. But do we drop him? That's the big thing. So keep watching until I see who am I about to drop from the Celtic team today. Anyway, Luke McCowan's been talking about the fact that he wants to make sure it's a happy occasion, and he's ready to light up the National Stadium. Can Celtic do it today? Can Celtic do it in a performance level that is befitting of Celtic? Something that's been missing all season. This seems to be a Celtic team that just, I mean, there's many fans, including myself, are just thinking, you know, this isn't a real Celtic team. This team going to Hampden today, it's players that do not want to be there. It's players that are on loan to make up some game time. So who do we pick today? We have a sweepstake on how many changes Ralston will make today. How many clangers Ralston will make today? Sorry, how many clangers Ralston will make today? The positivity. John says, "Morning, Baz and Hoops, Brigade. Well done, Lenny, yesterday. Went to follow him to the final from Torquay. Yeah, it's great having him in the final, but I want to beat him. I do not want Neil Lennon to be a winner at Hampden. I don't want his success rate to keep on going at Hampden. Sorry. As much as we'll love Neil Lennon, I mean, what would you want? Would you do you really want Neil Lennon to be a success at Hampden over Celtic? Danny Boy says he's not confident going into the game today. Any game, not just today. Right, let's change the screen. Let's change it to this one. And then let's bring up this. Sorry, wrong page. It is this one. Bring up the squad selector. Boyaka. Right, obviously, Sinisalo is going to be in goals, and then here you're going to have Scales. Where is Scales? Let's type in his name. Scales, and it's going to be Trusty at the back. Or is Trusty banned? Go with Trusty at the back. Scales and Trusty. I know a lot of people won't want it, but it is going to be Kieran Tierney there, and unfortunately, it's going to be Tony Ralston, the Ra, in there. In the holding midfield, I am going to have Oxlade-Chamberlain in the hole. Scales is suspended. We can't have Scales in, can we? Let's change Scales to I wonder if Dane Murray will get the shout, or will it be Arthur? Because that'll put Trusty over to that side then, wouldn't it? Put Trusty on that side, and then do you think Dane Murray will get the shout, or Benjamin Arthur? Benjamin Arthur will get the shout before Dane Murray, won't he? Definitely. Oxlade-Chamberlain, in beside Oxlade-Chamberlain, this is the big one, and one that you might think is strange, but I'm going to put Benji Negrin ahead of Callum McGregor. I think that Oxlade-Chamberlain will give us what we need in that midfield, the holding midfield role with Benji Negrin, and I would drop Callum McGregor for it if he's not 100% fit, but we'll wait and see. And up front, in the midfield three, I am going to go with who would you put? Would you put Tenecti on that side? Yeah. But then Tenecti doesn't play as well with Kieran Tierney. It's an interesting one. Who would you go in that left midfield? Do you know what? I'm going to change it up. If I was Martin O'Neill, I'd put Tam the Czech out there rather than the main striker. And then I would use Dyson. Dyson Maeda. Where is he? Thank goodness I'm not the manager of Celtic. Can't even find Dyson Maeda. Could always pick Balak Wisher. Attacking centre. Just not going to play him in that position. See if we can get the. We'll move him around. Never done this one. Could you put Sriracha out there? Nah, you couldn't do that, could you? I've got a funny feeling Paulo Bernardo might start in here. Just change their positions completely. Did you do that? Always chased at the door. It wasn't good for us. Mr. Sitter at Ibrox talking about Benji Arthur will start today. I've got Benji Arthur starting in midfield. Dyson, Iniacho and Yang. Iniacho up front. Yeah, you could start Iniacho up front. Kelechi Iniacho up front. Take Tam the Czech out. They're going to come up. No, I would leave Tam the check it there. And then, I mean, would you drop Dyson Maeda? Who would you put on? That's attacking mid. Let's change Paulo Bernardo. Because I don't think Paulo Bernardo will be at the right of the midfield. It's got to be Engels, isn't it? It's got to be Engels out there. Put Tam the check for his speed down the other side, and that holding player there. Could you put Gus has been a member of the channel for 15 months. Welcome to that. Thank you for that, mate. Let's go back to who would you put in that final position behind? I mean, I would put Dice Maida in there. Thank God I'm not the Celtic manager. That's all I could say. Yeah, that would be my team. But Dice Maida, Tam the check out wide for his pace because he doesn't give us enough through the middle. Kalechi, Arne Engels. Would you drop Yang? I probably would actually put Arne Engels in to start with. You've got to start with your strongest team, you know. And I think that Arne Engels would give us more out there than Yang. But anyway, thank goodness that I'm not the manager. Anyway, Celtic 2-0 today. Hoopsaholic, what are you on? What's Hoopsaholic on? Jim Lister says Sinisalo, Sarache, left back, Trusty, centre, Arthur, centre, Murray, right back. Murray at right back. Tierney, left winger, McGregor, centre mid, Big Tam, centre mid, Forrest, right winger, Maeda, centre forward, and Tam the Czech, and Benji Negrin, centre forward, rather than Tam the Czech. That's an interesting one. I know why you've done it, because obviously he's scored more goals. Who would the captain be? The captain would actually be Kieran Tierney, I think, with that team, because I think he's the only person at the club looking forward that you would think that can go forward as captain next season. That's if Callum McGregor goes away to Saudi. We'll wait and see. But anyway, that is about that for that. Anyway, another manager that has been named as a potential, and he got sacked. People have been talking about him before, but I still don't think that he is in the frame. I'm going to be honest. But Thomas Frank, could Celtic be considering Thomas Frank? That's one of the news headlines this morning. I don't think so. I still think that it's done and dusted with Celtic going all in on a certain manager that has worked with Sean Maloney. Can't see it being Thomas Frank. No way. No way. I think the next manager will be at the game today. That's all that I'm saying. Can see it going to penalties. Let's hope it doesn't go to penalties this afternoon. Hoops all out, so change that, hoping we might get a favourable ref. Oh, that's just to wind up the hoots. Fool's gold. They want to be surprised in the final. I think more than anything, we need a convincing win today. You know, it's if we want to go and put on a show, this is the stadium. This is the stadium to do it, and we kind of struggled. We've kind of struggled for months now, and I don't see how Martin O'Neill can get any more than he can out this team. And then it brings back the question, do you know, who do you keep in the summer? And if Sean Maloney is to be in and around the management team, he'll hail from Thailand this morning. If Sean Maloney is to be in the team next year, what does that say going forwards? Because let's face it, he's had all the opportunity this season. It could be another John Kennedy type scenario. And that's my only fear of bringing in Martinez. If you bring in Martinez, just because Sean Maloney's been here and he's been doing sort of groundwork, I think that it could be a case of rinse and repeat with Celtic. Do you know? But we'll wait and see. Why can't we name a manager yet? Bournemouth name a new one in 48 hours, says Joseph. Is he taking over straight away, Joseph? Or is he taking over at the end of the season? I have no idea. The World Cup quarters are the 9th of July. Do you think it would be Portugal's minimum? Tight for Euro qualifiers. If it is to be Martinez, I think that a lot of the groundwork will be done for Celtic before the World Cup even starts. That's what I'm hoping. Hopefully Celtic have got it that far down the line with someone that as soon as the season is ended, and I don't know why Celtic can't just come out and say, this is who's, and maybe it's disrespectful for a manager to say, you know, I'm going to the World Cup, but I'm going to be managing it. This, I don't know, big clubs can do it. You know, Celtic just seem to be wandering about with the lights switched off, waiting for one thing or another to happen. Who knows? We need to press the ball today and not back off. Hopefully a bit more accurate passing. Yeah, we do. No, he's coming in at the end of the season. Well, Joseph, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why Celtic... If Celtic haven't made up their mind and they're still indecisive about who to bring in next year, we're in a shambles state. But I do think that it is Martinez being really positive. The World Cup will be scrapped due to jet fuel crisis. Here's hoping not. So I'm going to do watch-alongs on it just for the banter. I don't think it is. Not sure what Maloney brings to the table. Certainly not pathway to date. Sean Maloney actually improves the pathway manager role more than... Now, this is just information that's been spoken about from people that were dealing with Sean Maloney when he went into the pathway manager role. It's been said that Sean Maloney was more proactive than a geezer that's sitting talking about Celtic on telly every day now because he went down to Swansea, Darren O'Dea. He was far more proactive in the role in speaking to, you know, you've got to remember, he's nothing to do with the first team as pathway manager, really. It is all about putting the younger players out on loan and making sure that, and talking to the parents and talking to other clubs. And he was seemingly far more up to date with what was going on with players. But anyway, would you take Ole at Celtic? I'd take a big Ole at Celtic. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Are you talking about? Nah, not a chance. Surely name the manager. That takes the pressure off them. Surely if they name the manager, then it takes the pressure off them. I'd say it puts the pressure on the manager more than anything. Thomas Frank available. Did well with Brentford. Yep, we said that earlier on. Thomas Frank is available and he was watching a Brentford game yesterday. But anyway, right, that is me done and dusted for this morning, and I'm going to get ready for the team reveal video that will be out an hour and a half before the game, and then I'm going to the pub to watch the game. On that note, have an absolutely fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are, and I'll see you in a couple of hours.